Calderon passes to Smith. Picked by Lee. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Bangs home the trifecta. Bryant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
James with it. Pass to Mozgov. Knocked away. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Varejao comes in for Mozgov. And it's Shumpert in there for Miller. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Max checked in. Clock at 6. LeBron drives in. Here's Love. Here's Varejao. Missed it, even after all those chances. And a wide open look for Lee. And again, New York with the triple.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
And that one's good by LeBron.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Bryant drives in. An amazing finish with a right in his face. Bryant's got 35.
Oh, man. And he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Here's Irving. And it's good off the back rim and in.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Now here's Calderon. Kicks to Smith. The pass to Mack. Stolen by Varejao. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The drive by James, and a wide open look for Irving. Again, Irving missing.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
And a wide open look for Lee. And James pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's LeBron. No luck. Nice D from Bryant.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here is Bryant. Calderon for 3. Count that one.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside.
Irving for 3. Good.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
You know, it's quite surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
No question. There's been some good and some bad from them in the first half, but they need to tighten things up here.
James. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, LeBron said last season that he just couldn't see leaving the Heat. But I guess he came around the championship foundation in Miami, but some cracks started to show, and now he's back in Cleveland.
2 shots. And for LeBron Clark, you think from a competitive standpoint, it might have made sense for him to leave Miami?
I don't know if it was driven by competitive reasons. Quite honestly, I mean, with the new luxury tax, it had gotten harder for the Heat to add talent to that superstar core. You know, on the Cavs side, LeBron can command the max and play with some younger up-and-coming players who are a relative bargain on their rookie contracts. But I think it went deeper than that. I think it really was about the pull of Northeastern Ohio being stronger than any other considerations for him and his family.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing the win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and, of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but, boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important thing was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, that was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the king. Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
And Irving still wanted to write down goals. He used to write them in a notebook he still keeps. Now he'll write them down in his phone, all part of setting his sights high and dreaming big.
With the floater, and there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight. The Knicks leading by 19 points. The kick out to Bryant. And there's the feed to Matt. Passes to Calderon. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Varejao. And for Irving, just like those words in the back of his closet stayed hidden, his great talent stayed hidden for a long time as well.
Yeah, it didn't really dominate until his senior year of high school, Kevin. Only 11 games he played at Duke. It might seem he was an overnight sensation in the NBA, but in truth, he spent a lifetime laying the foundation for his game.
Complete domination. What a game for Doc. He's got 12 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's been an intimidator down low. Even if a shot gets over him, he's pulling down the board.
Yeah, he's pretty much controlled the area around the rim, dominating this game defensively.
Now, here is Irving.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
2 shots.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Calderon kicks to Lee. From deep. And the Knicks miss again. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level. He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.